Hi, Audrey here from Truly Silver. Today I'm going to show you a video of how I make my Let It Snow spoon, which is a really nice Christmas spoon with lots of nice fancy detail on it. I'm going to try and talk you through it, but I'll need to concentrate quite hard because this is quite a tricky one to do. It's a kind of freehand design, so the letters are done more freehand rather than with tape to hold in position. So I'll show you down onto the worktop and let you see what we're going to do. Right, I think that's the best position. Okay, so I have my spoon in place. It's taped to the top to stop it moving about quite so much. I mean, it still moves a bit, but this is the best way to do it with your spoons. It's a serving spoon I'm doing today. Really nice Christmas gift. If you're going to somebody's house for Christmas, a lovely hostess gift to give them. I've got my stamps all laid out ready, and I am just going to write out my wording on my bit of paper to make sure I get it all in order. I always advise people to write out what they're going to stamp first so you can see what it's going to look like first. Think about how you're going to get it all in the centre and looking really nice. I also lay my stamps out first, so I've got Let It Snow. That helps keep track of which letters you're using to stop you making mistakes. So I'm just going to move these to the side. It's good to have a space here to put your hammer down when you're finished doing each letter. So I'm going to write the word let kind of towards the top of the spoon here, starting in the middle of the word with the letter E. Pulling the spoon back to get it into position. You want the place you're stamping to be as flat as possible onto your stamping block. Check it's the right way round. In position, hold in place. It's worked pretty well. Now, because I'm doing this, I call it freehand, it just means that I'm not putting tape down. I have to just be a little bit more careful and think about where I'm putting my letters. The reason I'm doing it like this is so that I can do slightly curved words rather than a straight line, and it looks nice and pretty. So I've written let. Underneath I'm going to write it. So I need my I and my T. I like to put a dot in the middle so I know where the centre is. And that helps keep things lovely and straight and looking fab. And then we'll do snow. Starting again in the middle of the word, working my way out so that I make sure it's centred. I'm leaving quite a lot of space between these letters because it's a big spoon. It's nice to leave a bit more space and then the letters fill up the spoon a bit more. I have this design for sale in my Etsy shop along with some Merry Christmas spoons. I also do custom order spoons so that you could pick your own design. And if you're looking for my Etsy shop, it's Truly Silver, so you just put in www.trulysilver.etsy.com. So let's see, can we see the letters? Trying to get away from the reflection. Yeah, you can just about see, can't you? Let it snow. So the next thing I'm going to do is this design, I do a little kind of swirl down at the bottom here. So I'm going to draw that on first. With my permanent marker, just to give me a line to follow. And then I'm going to do that with dots to create a nice little swirly line. So I'm just going to do lots of little dots along the swirl. Use the tape to kind of hold it in place. Almost missed there. You can do lots of nice designs with things like even just dots and dashes. You can make lovely little patterns. I made a little sun the other day, so if you don't have a picture, you can quite often make it up instead of having to buy a stamp. And it's really fun being a bit more imaginative. Right, so there we go, I'll show you that. You can see a little swirl. It looks a bit funny just now because I've got the pen in the way, but once it's done it'll be lovely. Then down the side of the spoon on this design I put lots of little kind of almost like confetti with stars and hearts and little dots, and it looks really pretty. So I'll do them now. Stars are really tricky. This is a kind of full flat star. Outlines are much easier. Flat ones tend to slide a bit more, so you have to really hold them in place. Another little tip is with design stamps, I put a bit of tape on them and it helps give you a bit of grip. These seem to be smoother. I'm not sure why because they're made by the same people, but the other stamps are a little bit rougher so you get better grip. These are quite smooth so your finger tends to slide sometimes. So you need to really hold these hard in place and give them a good few whacks. That one slid slightly, but it doesn't look too bad. And it's harder stamping around the rim here. Some hearts. So this is a really fun design. Doesn't always turn out the same, which I like because you're kind of scattering these little images. So each one's a little bit different. Just kind of play about till I think it looks nice. Just more hearts. Do another star at the top. But this is tricky holding this in place. I try and kind of hold it with my body and then it's worked not bad. And then we'll do some dots. Dots are nice because it kind of looks like little bits of snow. This is one of my favourite designs. So I think it looks really pretty and fun. Dots are very easy to do. They're one of the easiest things to do. I think because it's not a lot to it, and it's nice and sharp. So that's looking pretty nice. We'll maybe do a couple more down here. Right. Oh, can we see? It's hard to see with the reflection. You get the idea. I'll try and maybe add a picture of this spoon at the end so you can see it really nicely. Now, I either use permanent marker to fill in my designs, or this is a new thing I've got from Impress Art, which is called Stamp Enamel. What is good about Stamp Enamel, get that word out, is that it's water based and it's non-toxic. So even though I figure with using the permanent marker, so little of it is left on the spoon, I don't imagine it poses any real worry of it poisoning anybody or anything. But better safe than sorry with this one. It is water based and non-toxic. The only thing is I think this will probably come off faster than the permanent marker. So for pieces that aren't going to be used as cutlery, I'm going to stick with the permanent marker because I think that lasts longer. But this is pretty good. It's not as good as I hoped it would be, but it's still good. It's harder to get on because the tip's not as sharp. It gets a little bit clogged. I don't really understand why they didn't make the end of it like a kind of needle end that you get on some glues so you can get it in better. No, it's not coming out. It must be blocked. How annoying. I got something I can unblock it with. Little pin. There we go, let's see, does that work? My little box of trinkets there. Right, here we go. So you just have to kind of draw this on. It can be tricky to get it into the letters, and it's a bit more time consuming, which is annoying. It also seems to be blocking. I probably didn't put the lid on it properly, so now it's dried out a bit. Ah, now it's too much. So you just kind of rub that over the letters and things. Now it's coming out far too quickly. The only other thing is I think this is probably quite a lot more expensive than using the pen. The pens last you ages, whereas this comes out so quickly when it gets going, and you have to put so much on it to fill in the letters. And for small bits like dots, I feel like it's hard to get it into the dot, but at least it's non-toxic, so it's good for cutlery. So what you do with this is you put it on and then you're meant to leave it just for 10 seconds and then kind of rub it off. I find if you blot it, it seems to kind of push the gel into the grooves and seems to help it stay in a bit better. So Impress Art, I think, brought this out relatively recently. Certainly in the UK it's only become available recently, so I don't know if maybe they'll adapt it to make it better. New things can always be improved. Right, I think we're in all things. You can see that's a bit of a mess, so we'll leave that for a little while and then we'll polish it off and see how it's turned out. So as I said, I sell all these kind of designs, Christmas things, on my Etsy shop. I was just looking to see, I had another wee Christmas one. I don't know what I've done with it. I could have showed you. Well, we're waiting for that. Yeah. So this is another hanging decoration I've made, which is a spoon kind of hung upside down on a ribbon, which is really pretty. It's really nice for maybe a new baby in the family. You can get their name put on it. And this one I have done Ella's first Christmas. This is for a friend of mine, and I got these lovely little kind of snowflake stamps, which came in with one of my sets actually, with the letters, which looks really nice. So it's really pretty, it looks fab. Right, let's have a look at this now. So I just kind of dab it and push it in. It doesn't tend to fill the stars very well because they are quite a flat design. It's better with little lines. As you can see, I've kind of spread that over. I'll let that sit a little bit, a minute or two, and then I'll rub it all off. All of my gifts in my Etsy shop come in a gift box. Most of my cutlery I put in these lovely tubes, which are decorated with a ribbon. Coral's my kind of trademark colour, and then the nice little tag with the Truly Silver logo and the doily, and then it's got the wee end parts. I wrap them all in tissue paper and then pop them there. These keep them nice and well protected and look lovely as a gift. So everything comes in some sort of gift box or gift pouch, so it's ready for you to give to somebody as a beautiful present. Right, let's polish this off. Oh, I feel very croaky today, sorry. Hope I'm not going to get ill. Christmas is not a time to get ill. So it's turned out pretty good. I usually use some sort of cloth or tea towel to polish off. Then polish pads are fab. These take off almost any mark off silver, and you can use them on aluminium to polish that off, or copper. They're just kind of little foam pads. I've no idea how they work, but they are brilliant. You can see the dirt transfers on, but you go through them pretty quickly, like you could use one per piece. So I always polish with silver polish first and then use this. Just give it a really good rub. Lots and lots of polishing goes on in here. The only thing is sometimes they can be a little bit kind of sticky. That's going a bit gloopy there. I don't know what that is. Very strange. I'll just give it a rub. There. That seems to be coming off in there. It's had some sort of sticky bit on it. I'm going to give it a good rub, it will come off. Right, so I can do with a bit more of a shine, but I'll let you see it, or this video is going to end up very long. So, let me see, I'm wondering if I put something white behind, if that'll help you see. So, let it snow, with lots of nice little designs on it. It's awful hard for you to see because the problem with spoons is they're so shiny that they reflect everything that is kind of behind them. I wonder if I do this. Oh, there we go, that's a bit better. I've put a bit of paper above. So, let it snow. Have a look at my Etsy shop if you fancy this design. And they can be personalised. I can add names. If there's room on handles, I can put dates and things in here. So loads and loads of options. Thanks so much for listening to my video. If you've got any suggestions of things you'd like to see me do, or ways that I can improve my videos or show you a bit more, then please pop it in the comments. If you've liked it, thumbs up. Give it a wee thumbs up. I know it's tricky because you need to sign in, but if you sign in, I think you can just stay signed in and then that's easier for next time. I think that's about everything. Thanks again. Bye now.